Peugeot, a fantastic French company that has made this thing, the 205 Rally E, the 206, which is also another popular car, and quite a fair few others. Now, a lot of them are very well known for their rally heritage, including the one that we're about to look at today. And that's this, the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. Starting off stock with 280 brake horsepower, 184 foot-pounds of torque, 2,425 pounds, so far it is probably one of the lightest cars we've looked at, and a displacement of 1.998, or to you and I, a 2-litre engine. So let's jump into this thing and go and see how it drives stock. So here we are now with the 207 Super 2000. So like usual, I shall let you go ahead and have a listen to this thing stock. There we go. It is quite a loud thing, and it is a little broken in this game. Because, well, you know what? We'll figure that out when we get a little bit further down this video as to why this car is so broken. But I'll get on to that. In the meantime, into the festival site, let's go and see what upgrades we can do. So here we are now at the custom upgrade shop. Now, we've got a fantastic choice of categories. We have a brilliant 3, but we do have engine, tyres and rims, and conversion. For the engine swaps, we have 1, and it's an inline-4 turbo rally. Yeah, I was expecting more. I don't know what I was expecting, but something a little better than this. But oh well. Now onto here, stock drivetrain. It comes all-wheel drive stock. However, we can make it rear-wheel drive. I don't know why, but yeah. And you have the option to throw on a single turbo. Now onto like tyres and stuff. Tyre compound, you only have 2 to choose from, which is the stock one, which is these kind of interesting BF Goodrich tyres, or we've got just your standard Forza Rally tyres. But I would recommend keeping these ones, the BF Goodrich ones, as they've got quite a fair bit more grip than the Rally tyres. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is show you all these quickly. There's a whopping 2 upgrades for the engine, 3 if you count the turbo. And now we're going to go and take this over to the paint shop and go and see what we can do. So here we are now at the paint shop. So straight away we have actually got advanced painting options now. We've got paint group 1, which is the body of the car, and we have paint group number 2, which is this, the little sun visor at the top of the screen. That's actually kind of cool. I cannot lie, that is really, really cool. But we'll go ahead and put that into its stock paint for now, because something that I want to do is load one of the pre-done designs I already have made, and I think we'll go and do that now. So now with everything applied, we've got a tune on this thing, and we have a custom paint on it. This thing's up on the storefront. It's not exactly my best ones, but it's out there. So if we go ahead and put this over here, why there's so many Super 7 cars, this is actually really kind of annoying. Can people please stop putting them at the edge of drag strips? That would be nice. So on stock engine, let's go ahead and brake boost our way up to here and floor it. Now you've got to remember this thing does not have any options for drag tyres, so that is quite the issue. However, it doesn't seem to need them, as it is very, very speedy with a whopping 151.29 through the camera. Next, we'll go and throw on the 1.6 litre inline 4 and go and see how that handles the drag strip too. So now pulling up to the edge again with the wonderful 1.6 litre inline 4. Let's go ahead, brake boost this thing again if we can, because it doesn't seem to want to do it very well, but there it is, and let's go ahead and floor it. Off the line we go, up into second, up into wall. We might have to redo that one, but oh well. We've got 151 to beat, and I don't think it's going to happen. Nope, 145. However, I might give that a second run with the 1.6 litre, because we did come out the wall at the start of that. So let's go back and do that. So here we are again, back with the car. So let's go ahead and line this up for take 2. Floor it, try and stay out of the wall this time, and see if we stand a better chance of beating 151. I doubt it, but oh well, we can try. Nope, 146, we only had a 1 mile an hour difference. Oh well, I guess what we're going to go and do is load the stock engine tune back onto this thing, and go and give it a drive to find out its top speed. But before we do that, here is the Summer Forzathon shop for the week. Over to our left we have a 1998 Nissan R390, Then over here down to our bottom right, we have a 1991 Peugeot 205 Rally E, which is actually the car that I was in at the start of this video. It's actually a decent car, I'll sure give it that. Then of course we have some stuff for the feet, a nice set of floral willies, and an emote as well, and also our super wheel spins and our regular wheel spins. So with that said, let's go and make our way down to the motorway and go and find out this thing's top speed. Okay, so here we are now at the edge of the motorway. This is technically my second attempt at this because I forgot to actually record the first attempt, although I do have the audio recordings. I just didn't record the actual video. Still, we're back here now with actual video running and everything else. So let's go ahead and floor it back through the tunnel. Now, in the test run, I did manage to get 207, which is honestly very fitting for this car. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that again. Like usual, we are well past the 190 barrier going into here. Now, this car is actually really grippy with BF Goodrich tyres. It's fantastic. So, I'm going to shut up and let you have a listen to the engine. There we go. And like usual, there it is. 207 in a 207, just like the little test run that I did earlier. But honestly, it is really fitting that the top speed you can hit in this thing is a 207. That's actually kind of cool. Right, now let's go and throw the 1.6 into this thing and go and see if we can beat that speed. Okay, so as I was saying about the engine and why this car's kind of broken, well, it's not too bad from our side of things. However, if you get another 207 pass by, then well, things tend to get a little interesting, as hopefully, if everything works well, we should actually get an audio demonstration. Here, listen. Not as loud as it used to be, but yeah, you can still hear that thing from a mile away. Anyway, let's go across the roundabout, barely avoid that traffic car, and head onto here and go and see what we can do with the 1.6 litre engine. Can we beat 207? I don't think so, I'm going to be honest. I don't think the 1.6 litre is going to cut it. But let's go and find out. Right, we are past 180, we're not past 190 yet. Right, into the tunnel, I'll let you have a listen. That was not meant to happen. Anyway, let's try and see if we can get back up to speed again. Let's see, any second. We should be able to do this again. In fact, I've got an idea. Hold on. Okay, so here we are back again now. Let's try and see what we can do. 196, 197 maybe? Nope. Just 196, which is slower with the engine swap than it is with the stock engine on this thing. Now, let's take this thing back over to the festival and go and see if I can attempt to make a rally car drift. This should be fun. Okay, so here we are now over at the Horizon Festival, and I've switched over the tyres, so hopefully now it should be a little more slidey. There we go. That is the difference I was talking about earlier in this video. So let's go ahead, line this thing up and give it its first run through the drift zone. It's actually really decent at keeping a good angle until that point. But we've got 41,000 points on the first attempt. So let's go ahead, let that clear itself, and it should be good now. Let's go ahead and floor it into the drift zone again. Chuck this thing sideways. Can we beat 41,000 with the stock engine? Not quite too sure, but I think this might be where the 1.6 litre might excel, because we've only got 39,000. So I'm going to go ahead and swap the 1.6 litre into this thing, and we'll go and see if that can make it drift just that tiniest little bit better. Okay, so here we are now with the 1.6 litre engine, so let's go ahead and chuck this thing through here. Can we beat 41,000? If we can, I'll be very much surprised, because it doesn't look like it's going to happen, but it did! 43,000. Okay, so I think we might have found what that 1.6 litre engine is good for. Drifting, which I wouldn't expect from this thing. So anyway, let's go ahead, line ourselves up again, and floor it back into the drift zone for take number 2. Like usual, all of our cars with engine swaps get 2 runs per engine swap, unless there's way too many to count. But that's not as good of a run, with only 39,000 again. But the 1.6 litre did beat the stock engine to get 43,000, as well the stock engine only got 41,000. But I think that is probably where I'm going to leave today's video. So, before I do that, here's how you actually unlock this thing, because I never did actually mention that. Oops. This is done through the Series 40 Summer Trial, known as History Class. Yeah, I don't know why either, but you complete that, you get all through the braces and such, and, well, that will land you this car. Now, before we do sign this video off, I want to show how good this thing is at going off-road. So, let's go ahead over to here. I'm going to go and load a rally tune, and we'll go and show how good this thing is. So, here we are now with an S1 tune in this thing. But anyway, this thing is really, really good for what it should be doing. So let's go ahead, floor it down here. It is super, super grippy. Look at that. It is just absolutely flying. Slight drifty bit, but this thing is really, really fast. S1 as well, it is absolutely fantastic. And I've got a feeling this could be a really overpowered Peugeot. But maybe in a good way, because it doesn't so much have the top speed, but it shows anything it does have grip. But anyway, that is where I'm going to go ahead and leave today's video. Should you get this thing? Absolutely. This thing is fun. A lot of fun. Especially if you want to go on stuff like rallycross or just dirt rally in general. It is honestly a lot of fun and I highly recommend it. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, because it lets me know you like this video and that you want to do more stuff like this in future. And also, if you're new here, feel free to go ahead and press subscribe and set the notification bell to all so you never miss an upload. I upload twice a week, every Wednesday and Sunday, so that's 2 new videos for you all to enjoy. And with that said, also feel free to go ahead and post a comment. I love to read them and I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. So yeah, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I'll sign this video off when we get to the end of the speed zone, because I want to see if this thing can do 111, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Nearly. Turn, please turn. It didn't turn. Oh well. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Thank you, and a goodbye. And across the line. I knew this thing could do it.